welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys all the books I read in February and telling you whether I would recommend them or not. I read a total of 8 books in the month of February, 2 fantasies, 1 young adult, and the rest were pretty much romances. So we're just going to get into those. So the first book I read in the month of February was House of Flame and Shadow by Sarah J. Maas. This book came out at the end of January. It's the 3rd book in the Crescent City series, so I won't say too much about it. But I will say that I really enjoyed it. I thought this book was very good. It kept me intrigued from beginning to end. I think my favorite part about this book was some of the side characters though. I'm not a big fan of the main characters, but I did overall enjoy the book. I thought this was the best book so far in the Crescent City series, and I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. Yeah. After I finished House of Flame and Shadow, I went straight into When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker. This book is a fantasy with a little bit of romance. It has a new take on dragons, a lot of really cool world building, and this author made up so many words on her own, and like there's a whole glossary in the beginning of the book just telling you what everything means, which I referred to a lot while reading this, because when you get into a new fantasy world, it can be hard to understand everything, and it was very nice to have those definitions and like pronunciations there and ready to go for whenever I needed them. This book was really entertaining and very interesting. I don't remember what I rated it. I think I rated it 4 stars. I might have rated it like 4.25. It was a good book. I really enjoyed it. I don't want to go too deep into it and spoil it because I feel like there's so much going on that like I might end up saying the wrong thing. But yeah, just know that there's some dragons in a new way that you've never seen them before. There's fae and fantasy vibes, and then there's a little bit of romance. So if you like those 3 things, you'll probably like this book. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. So yeah. Okay, after I read that, I went into my YA book of the month, which was If Only I Had Told Her by Laura Nolan. This is the I guess second book to If He Had Been With Me. It's told in Finney's point of view in the beginning. I think I gave this book 3.5 stars. I thought it was good. I thought it was good. It did have me a little like obviously in my feelings. I cried a lot, but there was just some things lacking from this book that I was hoping to find out and to learn about. But overall, I thought it was a beautifully written story and it tugged at my heart a lot. So yeah. After I finished If Only I Had Told Her, I went into Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. This is the first book in the Lakefront Billionaire series. I think the second book comes out soon. I want to say within the next, I might be lying. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. But this book was really good. So I started the Dreamland Billionaire series last, I think November or December, right before the new year, and I wasn't going in it. I didn't go into the books thinking that I was going to really enjoy them, but I did. I loved them. I ate them up. I devoured them. I just think her writing is so fun and fresh, and I always just am entertained throughout the whole story. So this story follows Julian and Delia. I think that's how I say her name, Delia. And they're basically like childhood rivals, nemesis, and they're both they're back in their hometown again together, and there's just like they're kind of pushed towards each other from their families, and so you're just kind of learning about that and a little romance. But I don't want to spoil it, so I won't say too much more. I did enjoy it. I gave it 4.5 stars, I think. I don't quote me on this stuff. I don't remember, but I did love it. I rated it 4 stars, so that means it was great and that you should read it too. I don't know what my dad's talking about. Okay, so after I finished those books, I went into a new series that I'd never read before. I didn't know if I was gonna like it or not, but I saw a lot of people saying that if you like Gossip Girl, then you would like this book. And so I was like, I love Gossip Girl. I'm a diehard Gossip Girl fan. So of course I had to give it a little shiggle wiggle. And that series is no other than Magnolia Parks Look at, so cute. Oh my gosh, this is it. So I started reading this series on Valentine's Day. Actually, after work I went and picked up Magnolia Parks from Barnes and Nobles, and it just gives Valentine's Day, like the pink and the red is so cute. This book, I'll start off by saying that it's about a girl named Magnolia Parks. It's kind of like London high society, a group of friends from that society in London, and they're all very well off and very rich, and it's a little toxic in the love department, but I ate it up. If you like Blair and Chuck from Gossip Girl, you will devour this and you will love it. The writing is also just so beautiful. The way that Jessa Hastings tells stories, and what's the word? Is it evokes? I don't know. The way she brings out different emotions is absolutely astonishing. I loved this book. I give it 5 out of 5 stars. You can find so many quotes and so many paragraphs in this book that I just want to read again. And I went back while I was reading it and reread a lot of the quotes. And I know I was halfway through this book and I was like, I'm going to want to reread this and I'm going to want to annotate it. And I've never annotated a book a day in my life, but I will annotate this book. I will annotate this whole series because it's that good. So yeah, this is the first book, and I'm not going to talk about the other ones because I don't want to spoil anything. I don't remember what was talked about in each book individually. So I'm just going to tell you, I liked all of them. So this is Daisy Hates, which is the second book. It follows a different main character. This is her name. And she is the little sister of a gang lord, even though they don't like to be referred to as that. That's pretty much what they are. So she's a little sister in that world, and her world is a lot different than Magnolia's. So if you read Magnolia Parks and you're like, I like the idea, but I don't like these characters, you might enjoy Daisy Hates books a little bit better, but you should still read the Magnolia ones because they're all kind of connected. They talk about each other in the books. And then The Long Way Home, Magnolia Parks, The Long Way Home. This book was so good, but so irking at the same time. So yeah. And then the last book was Daisy Hates the Great Undoing, and this book broke me in a million different pieces, but it was so good and I would highly recommend that you read it. And then I finished the series the first week of March, so I'm done Magnolia Parks and I'm done with Magnolia's story, and it's so sad, but it was so good. I thought I had a really good reading month in the month of February. I feel like I read a lot of good books. I rated them all at least 3 stars and up, so I think a win is a win and I'm gonna take it. If you want to know more about what I like to read and more about my books, or you just want to vibe out with me a little bit more, then be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you want to see next in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you soon.